Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Mr. Strength. It's my goofy intro. All right, it's me again. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to continue to talk about advertising and we're going to look at different types of strategies. These videos are actually really helpful for you. They're going to get your mindset in a certain place so that you will be able to do better with your advertising designs. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the different types of advertising strategies. And this is actually one of them. I do dig it. It's kind of funny. So hot ketchup. It's so hot it burned the French fry, right? So that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at the different types of mechanisms and strategies that are used in terms of advertising. So advertising and strategy, it's more than just selling. Advertising is how brands communicate messages to the public about products, services, causes, or ideas. It's not just about being seen, it's about being remembered, trusted, and acted upon. Great ads use strategies, creative techniques, and psychological tools to influence how people think, feel, and respond. Behind every great ad is a really smart strategy. Aspirational figures. So this features people slightly more polished or ideal than the audience. This is really a common thing you guys see a lot of. It sends the message, this could be you if you use this product, and it's common in beauty, fitness, fashion, and youth-focused campaigns. So a lot of what you may see these in, for example, will be like Nike. Nike and any athletic brand are really famous for this kind of stuff. So, Find Greatness. I remember as a kid being on the top and they're trying to say, hey man, if you sport Nike, even you can jump off the high jump, which is not true at all. It's an absolute lie. I can do it without Nike, but also I don't want to jump off the top. Um, so Simone Biles with Wheaties. This is a very old, popular line. Wheaties has been doing this for a long time. If you eat Wheaties, you too could be an Olympian. And then it's just Tay Tay. I mean, listen, if Tay Tay's drinking it, you should too. But it's the aspiration. It's one way to do it. It's I want to be like that, so I'm going to, be using this product. Emotional appeal. This one's a really strong one. I do love this when it's done well in some of the ads. Ads designed to trigger emotions like joy, nostalgia, love, urgency, fear. These can all be emotions that are triggered for it. We're more likely to remember products that make us feel something. So even if it terrifies you, you're probably going to remember that. If it makes you feel happy or it's funny and makes you laugh, you're probably going to remember that. And then examples are heartfelt charity PSAs, reunion ads, and sentimental music. So here for the emotional appeal, it's fight like a girl or like swing like a girl, lead like a girl, throw like a girl. This is meant to the emotional appeal of women because it's always, yeah, dude, guys, you don't know. So this is really meant to appeal to them, but this is really that connection for young ladies. Okay. And then what that was that text worth it? Like we can all understand what it's like. I've been in wrecks, people on their cell phones and crap. So, seeing a dead body, man, that's real. People die because they were on their phone and they weren't looking, and boom. So this can also be the fear, as well. And this could also be as an almost aspirational, but I think it's more on the emotional connection with women. Exaggerated capabilities. I hate this type of advertising. Okay. The show's products doing more than they realistically can helps create a sense of aspiration or fantasy, really a lot of fantasy. Think perfect makeup transformations or superpowered cleaning products. I am super, super critical of advertisements and I hate this type. So, the really great one here is the Hydroxy Cut. If you use Hydroxycut, you too can get a six pack, even if you're eating, dong dongs in front of the freaking television and slamming Powerade. It's not going to work. Okay. So this is very much a fake, presentation. This for a liquid eyeliner, dude, this is a zebra. They don't need eyeliner. That's how their eyes are. They got some luscious lashes though. And so this again is not real human application. This is not even applied. And then the Nivea, let's Nivea it. I like the, slogan's okay, but this is not how it goes away. It doesn't always work on everyone, as I'm sure a lot of you know from certain products. So this is where they're presenting something that's not actually real, and not accurate. And I hate this type of app. Ugh, Okay, enhanced environments. I don't really like this either, although I do tend to find it to kind of be more of a humorous application, if you will, in that sense. So these are products shown in ideal settings like beaches, high-tech offices, luxury homes, creates an experience or lifestyle the viewer wants to be a part of. Common in travel, you'll see that a lot. Fashion and luxury goods ads. So, for here, I love this. This Mercedes is brilliant. This is not how Mercedes are actually put together. That flowy dress setup is immediately an OSHA hazard, as are those heels and open toes. His jacket technically can be considered a hazard by OSHA as well. Louis Vuitton, listen, you're not going to be taking your fancy Louis Vuitton into the desert and setting it in the sand. That's a horrible idea. It's going to get sand in it. It's going to get sand everywhere. It is awful. Okay. And then from there, the traveling, this could be you, although they may kick you off that pier because you're drinking, and they may have a law about drinking in public. I'm just saying. So anyways, like I said, you want to be careful about this, but it is something that appeals to people. They do see it. They do think it's pretty cool. Just keep that all in mind. Oops. Sound and music and how it actually can, make a difference in an ad. So what I did was I put some links in here, and I freaking love these. There's some good ones. There's some Coca-Cola ones where they have like, them being all like the family getting together. Whoops, they're just live links. I can even click it here and just allow. I promise you. Um, Here we go. Oh, it's even play on the screen. Let's take a look. What's the first one? Please be Old Spice. Please be Old Spice. Please be Old Spice. Could you be the Old Spice? Could you be the Spice Girls? Here we go. It's gonna happen at some point today. YouTube is slow. Oh, it's McDonald's. Okay. Hungry Eyes. Yes. How a song could really make a difference. I'll even turn the volume up here. It's it's really great. Hungry eyes, right? Little 80s nostalgia for you. All right, so each one of these are like got some good videos. It's music, it's sound effects. There is an Old Spice with Terry Crews. It is one of my absolute favorite commercial pieces. It was a real commercial, and I love it. So, anyways, I recommend you go check these out. So, sounds and music sets the tone for builds emotions, and it makes ads more memorable. If it's a song, you might actually end up remembering that ad because of that song. Catchy jingles and dramatic sound effects, they'll stick out in our minds, and often used to reinforce the brand identity. So Hungry Eyes, McDonald's totally makes sense, right? Also, hungry fries. The fries are okay. All right, and then we have famous or likable personalities. We're pretty familiar with this, using celebrities to endorse things. Celebrities, influencers, mascots used to boost credibility and attention. It helps viewers connect with the brand through someone they admire, or they're familiar with. If they use it, you should too, right? So obviously, if you use Nike, you too can play like either of the the Williams sisters, which is not true. But obviously they have an endorsement deal, so they're going to endorse the brand. Pop chips, listen, they're actually really good. If you're ever like, I've never had them, I'm going to try them out. They're probably overpriced, but they're really good. But that's Katy Perry, and you know what? I don't really care. I'm going to eat them not because of her. Over here we have oh, what's his? He was a quarterback. Anyways, Old Spice. Stinky idiot. It's the stank coming down. Godzilla, the myth, the legend. Don't get hangry. Just have a little snack. Smashes buildings when he's hungry. So if he eats a Snickers, he's not. He's gonna go water skiing, right? And then listen, she was my absolute favorite from the Black Panther movies. I mean, I know everyone was like Black Panther, but I'm like, the Dora. they I just loved her character, and I think it's great. They're using her to basically advertise Sprite. So again, it's this whole like using famous characters or famous people, and it is what it is. This is what happens. I don't buy into it, but if you're a big fan of, Godzilla, maybe you'll get a Snickers. I'm a huge fan of Godzilla. I'll just get Snickers if I feel like it. Okay. And selective representation. This only shows the product working perfectly, cuts out errors, failures, or real world conditions, and is common in sports, technology, and lifestyle products and food. So I love this iPhone one. It cracks me up. So they're like, rinse off your iPhone. Now, check this out. Water resistance may lessen through normal use. Rinse only when dirty. So no, like you think of it like this, your cell phone, they say it's waterproof down to a certain depth or a certain amount of time. But does that mean that you're going to let your phone drop into the water? Abso-fucking-lutely not. And yes, I did say that because that's so true. Oh, it gets my emotions. I don't freak out and have a meltdown if my phone goes in, but you're right, I'm going to catch somebody at the end of it and they're going to learn a lesson. So, again, this is not realistic. You can't just rinse your phone off every time something happens to it or if it gets dust on it or something, right? It's eventually water's going to get in, it's going to ruin it. Whoops. Can you stop touching my mouse? So, same thing with shoes. And shoes are like the most famous aspect of this. So, here we go. LeBron. If you wear LeBron's shoes, you too can slam dunk, even if you're 5'4". No, that's not true. So when he's trying to, jump up, it's because he's practiced. He's an athlete, but it's in a brand endorsement. But they're saying, if you wear these shoes, you'll be better at sports. That's also not true at all. So I used to play soccer up until I was 37. I wore cheap Adidas because they fit right on me and I liked them. They didn't cost me very much money. And I used them for a long time. And then, fast food is real famous. They've gotten a little better about this, but I can promise you that the on the left is exactly what a Big Mac looks like. Taco Bell, it's pretty close to accurate. This is not what it actually is. That I've not got a Whopper like that. It's in between. Okay, but yeah, they make it look pretty, and then they, oh, look at the onions and the tomato and the pickle, and it's not there. So, I call it false advertising or fake, just fake advertising. They're leading you on, but it is a powerful piece, and it does work, especially with young people or people who really look up to someone. If you look up to LeBron James, you're more likely to want to use his shoes. Then the togetherness and belonging, and this is a pretty powerful one. Ads showing families, friends, and communities bonding around a product, encourages viewers to associate the brand with meaningful connections. Widely used in food, tech, and toy advertising. And this is very true. Furniture, certain like drinks and things. I absolutely love the IKEA one. I think it's a brilliant use of this. He even bought the dang stool and the kid doesn't want to eat in it, so he's just got him in the chair. Parents relate to this, they understand. So, they're connecting with the parents because the parents are going to buy this kind of product. Coke, share it with your friends, with family. That's one of their strong messaging that they've been using for decades, is the togetherness. So, yeah, absolutely. Again, this is nonstop. Subaru, very big about family. They do a lot of outdoor focused stuff, but the family ads, and listen, I love the dog family. It's brilliant. They're funny. I love it. That's how I can remember Subaru pretty easily that way. I actually owned a Subaru, not because of the dog ads, but they did not hurt. So I did like the ads more when I owned one and whatnot. But I do love it. They show dogs as family, pets. Dogs are our pets, and we do consider pets family. I do. My dog's my family. That's my daughter. So it's seriously, they are family. So we do take these things into account. High energy visuals. This is more or less geared towards kids. Um, but bright colors, fast cuts, exaggerated excitement, creates urgency, energy, and instant appeal. Great for kids, products, entertainment, and new product launches. It's attention getting. And so a lot of times we see this in video because of the fast cuts and the high energy. Even with this thumbnail from YouTube, uh, the Double Dare snare, he's overly excited about the Hot Wheels. It's boring after a while. But anyways, so you'll see Skechers and then this nice one from McDonald's. So the kids ones, they really are. If you watch like Saturday morning cartoons or you're watching Cartoon Network, sometimes during animations, especially if the anime is geared towards a younger audience, you'll see some of these products in there, okay? And then memory mechanisms. I was literally having dinner with some friends last week, and this was or last weekend, and this was something that came up. So memory mechanisms in advertising and design. Your wife is hot. Get the AC fixed. This is brilliant. It's amazing. It was used by different companies in different territories. I saw it in Dallas, Texas. I've seen it here. It's genius. So that's a good memory mechanism. So we'll talk about that. So repetition, repeating a slogan, a logo, a jingle, or a visual element makes it more likely to be remembered. This was actually what we were discussing, was rhymes specifically, which I think is actually another one of these slides. But for an example, McDonald's, I'm loving it. Burger King is your way. Taco Bell, way back in the 90s, had Yo quiero Taco Bell with the Chihuahua. I miss him. May he rest in peace. But companies will have a repeated slogan that you'll use. So across commercials, packaging, and signage. Same thing even with the jingle, ba da da ba ba from McDonald's. We know instantly what that is. I don't even have to see the logo. Just saying ba da ba ba ba, everybody knows what it is. It's memorable. Okay, so rhythm and rhyme. This is actually where we were coming from just a moment ago. And catchy musical phrases help information stick. So rhyme schemes, for example, will help. This case, it's the goldfish snack. So a snack that smiles back, goldfish. So they did this for a lot of their advertising, and it works. Does it mean that am gonna always go get goldfish? No, but when I see them, the jingle plays in my head. Same thing with I'm loving it or have it your way, just do it. Simple things to remember. But the rhyme scheme, a snack that smiles back, snacking back. These, oh my God, this is another one of my favorite commercials series. This was a Volkswagen one, and this is an emotional trigger. One of the things I fear the most, I say that, one of the things that I weirdly do not fear too much in real life, but I fear the most in my dreams, I don't know why, is getting in a car wreck. I've been in some, it's not that bad, but I've known people, I've lost friends in car wrecks. And so you do have to be careful. Please be careful out there, folks. Drive better than everybody else in Atlanta. But they're ads that connect emotionally. So it could be joy, sadness, nostalgia, or any other type of memory. Example, this is the Volkswagen Safe Happens campaign. It's about the safety of their vehicles. I want to say Subaru did something similar too, but it was not like this. Check this commercial out. It's just freaking amazing. I think it was in the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, they're just brilliant, brilliant advertising, and it impacts. I can still remember some of the commercials. Keep it simple. The simpler the message, the easier to retain. Just do it. The snack that smiles back. I'm loving it. Have it your way. Got milk? So an example is got milk. It's short, it's clear, it's to the point. It's about milk. Got milk? Anybody can advertise it. It's very straightforward. I love the Old Spice commercials. They're good. Okay, unexpected or surprising elements. Humor is a massive one. Humor gets me every time. Twists or shock value can break patterns and grab attention. An example are the Old Spice surreal, unpredictable commercials. I love this one. If you don't know the ones I'm talking about, go look them up. They're freaking amazing. There's the ladies, look at your man. Now look at me. I'm on the back of a horse. Look at him again and look at me again. I have diamonds. Like it's the most ADHD, but it freaking works. It was so good. Terry Crews is my favorite line, but I do enjoy like how they very much appeal to certain audiences. In the past, probably several years, they've been focusing more on the Black culture and Black community, not just with the stars, but with who they're casting and how they're speaking to them. The recent ones, I don't know the guy's name. I know he's a comedian. I know he does a lot of black comedies and sitcoms and things. He's done some dramas. He's actually a good actor. But they do it where it's very much the like drama where he's like, "Why would you take my lavender Old Spice? That's mine." It's almost telenovela, like real close to the telenovela. Let's go to storytelling. This is really popular around the holidays. So narratives are easier to remember than facts alone. People recall stories and characters more than taglines. So for an example, are the Coca-Cola holiday ads often telling a visual story? It's true. I travel back to see my family and my girl's family. They're in Oklahoma and Texas. So this video specifically is Coca-Cola, and it's about going home for the holidays to see friends and family. Those things are really touching. We all do kind of know what that's like. So that's why it's very successful on that end. So there's a whole lot of examples of different strategies that they use. Remember, check the examples, just go through and look at them. Humor is one that I'm really adapt for. I love a great commercial that's humorous. I do love the emotion impact ones. I think that the scare factor or something like that just triggers like a negative emotion can be very impactful depending on how it's used. You can think like scary Halloween kind of commercials and things. But yeah, those will be some techniques to keep in mind as you are working on your projects. I hope you learned a lot out of it, and I hope you're over analyzing commercials and ads now. Otherwise, if you have any questions or you need anything, let me know. I will see you in the class.